Behind me here is a limestone quarry, unaffectionately known as the Scar by the locals of Colorado Springs. This limestone quarry was a huge factor in building the United States Air Force Academy, as well as the surrounding town of Colorado Springs, and was mined for many decades, all the way up until 2018. Nowadays, this area is more affectionately known as Boladgett, and there's been some new trails put in here. So let's go check them out. Blodgett was named after the Blodgett family, who settled in this area, many years ago. And there are a huge reason as to why Colorado Springs has become what it is as well. And you might be saying to yourself, well, that doesn't really look like a scar, it's all green. Used to be dirt, but over the years with the erosion issues that occurred from scraping the mountain away, the city planted a bunch of grass and shrubbery in order to help with that problem. Now, this mountain here actually has future plans. These plans are to make a mountain bike park sprawling across that area. I've heard this for many years. It's been in the talks for probably near a decade at this point, getting close to it at least, and haven't seen much progress, except for now. Now we got these trails here, 7 miles of trail access, and a whole lot of fun to find. Let's go keep checking it out. Although residing in one of the birthplaces of mountain bikes, Colorado Springs has had its disadvantages when making mountain bike specific trails. First one popped up in 2019 in Stratton Open Space, and was the only one for probably 3-4 years. There's now another section in Pulpit Rock, Austin Bluffs Open Space, with a single downhill trail only access. Now we have this. And as you might have read in the newspapers and articles, there's 7 miles, right? Well, that is true, but only partially. 7 miles of these trails, 5 of them are actually going to be for public use, just like everything else around here, such as Captain Jack's, which you'll hear about in a later video. There's actually only 2 and change miles of trail that are downhill only, which is an improvement for Colorado Springs. There's technically 4 trails, although at the top, when I come speak to you there, you'll see there's only 2 entrances. So black to double black, and then green with a blue option. So, well, it's not a lot. It's a big improvement for the cycling community within Colorado Springs, and hopefully we'll be seeing more here soon. And although Colorado Springs has struggled with its mountain biking infrastructure, this is the first hub for mountain bike specific trails in Colorado Springs. Great place to meet friends, get beta on the trails, catch up. Although there's only 2 entrances here, one to my right, one to my left, it's a great place to start and something I'm very excited to see for this city. This direction here is going to be the black trails. We have 1 black diamond and 1 double black diamond. And on this way here we have a green that leads into blue. Still needs a little bit of work, but it's a good thing because that means that we're still building here. So very excited about that. We can only hope to see, as the Scar is right over here for me, that we start to push into there, and the fruitions of a mountain bike park for the public area here would be integrated into this system. Overall, this is a really awesome place to be, and I'm very excited to see the progress of Colorado Springs. As little as it might be, we'll get a fire going behind it. I think the only thing left now is to check out the trails. The trails we're going to be checking out today are the black and double black trails. Black trail, as you can see here, is Neurotoxin. This is going to have a nice beeline feature that's going to go into a roll to a nice drop. Then we're going to roll into Coil Canyon after that, a few turns later. That's going to have probably one of the steeper rock slab-esque type things that you're going to see in Colorado Springs. And in my humble opinion, one of the more difficult trail features that I've seen in Colorado Springs, at least on the sanctioned side of things. So let's go ahead, buckle on in, check it out. All right, trail starts out with a few berms here, and things are tacking up quite nice. We got some rain last night. Here comes that beeline item here. Nice little rock roll to a good drop. Good berms to catch you. Like I was saying, things are really tacky here right now with that granite dirt. Rain really helps out quite a bit here, at least for the most part. A little hop, skip, and a roo. They did some nice little bouncy jumps here. Keep the pace going well. Those are really fun. Little gap right here. And right up here, we're gonna come into Coil Canyon. And this right here is gonna be that drop in. Come in nice and slow, nice and controlled. Little gap right there. And back into some good dirt. That's a little funky, probably needs a little work there. And this area is kind of cool. Above us is the trail we just came off. Gives us a little drop gap underneath it. And the dirt starts to change a little bit down here. So a little mucky from the rain now that we're out of the granite silt. And this drops us right back on the Neurotoxin. So get some good speed here. Nice and flowy. Keeping up with those jumps. Cool bridge. And we're jumping back into some of that gravelly stuff here. Throwing a few pedals in, seats up now. The lower end of Neurotoxin, you can enter right at that bridge. So it's a little bit lighter of a trail. Just to kind of allow some progression, which is something that I love to see. Colorado Springs historically has not had very good progression in the past. And we're just gonna flow down here. A little manual section. Scandy flip. Scandy flip. Scandy flick. It's kind of gives you a little booter. Careful of that one. Come in with a lot of speed. And it doesn't need that much. Just a few little playful bouncy roos here. And drops you off right here. And I suppose that wraps things up for Blodgett and the new trail system. I first want to thank everyone that put all that time, hard work, money, and effort into creating that. There's a huge group of people, communities, and companies almost at this point that have really poured hours and heart into this, and it shows, and I really appreciate that. And I can tell you the mountain biking community as a whole does as well. As I've said in the past throughout this video, Colorado Springs has a lot of infrastructure to catch up on, not only in the mountain biking center of things, but also in the road. This is a huge win for the mountain biking community. I can only hope to see more trails come through here one day, and maybe a few years down the road, you'll look behind me here and see a full mountain bike park. But until then, it's time for our next adventure. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. I'll see you in the next one.